Welcome back to Cook Goes Hunting. Just got my bow out of the shop this weekend. A little bit of upgrade. So we're gonna head down to the range and I'm gonna show you how I pick out my arrows for hunting. So let's go to the range. What we're going to do today is we're going to figure out what's our best arrows. I got my strings replaced and my cables replaced, and then I had them take all my arrows and put 4 fletchings on them instead of 3. That looks pretty cool. So what I got to figure out now is, out of the 15 arrows that I do have, which ones should I go ahead and put broadheads on and get them ready for hunting? The rest of them will just hang out for target practice. In order to do that, we got to shoot them. So down here at the range, as you can see, there's a little target down there, and as you can see, rooks down there. So we're not shooting yet, but I'm going to go ahead and get the other camera set up so that you guys can actually see it, and we're going to show you how I pick out my best arrows. I only shoot 3 arrows at a time, so it's easier to track. So we're at our 20 yard right now. And usually you can tell when you pull an arrow. If you can't, keep practicing, you'll definitely be able to tell. So we're going to start with our first 3. We're at 20 yards. Seems a lot faster already. Still at the same poundage, but that bow is moving, or those arrows are definitely moving. Let's see. See that one? That second one went a bit high. I don't think it was me. I don't think I pulled it. But I'm also just warming up. All right, let's go check them out. So those ones went a tad high. Made sure to check, make sure that my spot hog was on and tight. It was good. So we're going to set those ones aside, put them in little groups of 3 so I can keep track of which ones are nice ones, which ones I'm having an issue with, and I can recheck them. I'm definitely liking the fact that I don't have to worry about which way my arrows go when I put them on the string. So that's helping out a lot. Plus they seem like they're moving way faster. It's a lot of back and forth, especially when you're filming, but I think it's 100% worth it to make sure that it's never the equipment's fault that you made a bad shot on a deer or missed it. I'd hate to be out in the field and miss one because I didn't take the time during the training season to not check my equipment. I got to check that one. That one flew way out of the way. I'm not quite sure if I pulled it or not, so I'm going to have to refire just that one. It's easy to tell which one it is when you get down there because it's the one that's way away from the bullseye. That sounded like I hit the other one. I hope I didn't. That's going to cost me some more money. So 2 of those could have fit inside a quarter. So that was that weird sound we heard. These ones are good. So we're going to go ahead and move everything back to 30, and then we start over. After you've done your 20 yard, that's just a way to tell if there's anything obviously wrong. You can't tell too much in flight because it's only 20 yards. So we're back at 30. It's when you're going to start noticing differences in your arrows for sure. See, I watch that in the air flop around like this. So I'm also looking for stuff like that. When you're at 20 yards, they're moving a little bit too fast for you to see that sometimes. So with that volley, it was really spread out. And this one I have on the string right now shot super high. So we're reshooting that to make sure it wasn't user error. Once you work through your arrows, finding out which group of 3 shoots the best, those are the ones that you're going to want to put your broadheads on. If you do have it, if you have a broadhead target, make sure to shoot with your broadheads. And always check a couple days before hunting season. That way you don't have issues in the field. Well, so far, I'm lucking out. I'm getting good groups with all of my arrows. Let's recap real quick. So what we were trying to do is figure out which ones are the arrows that we want to put broadheads on and that we know are the best arrows to use for hunting. So far, I'm getting lucky. And I've got, let's see, 6. I've got 9 of them so far that I could put broadheads on right now, and I'd be super happy with them. 1, I think this helps you get a lot of practice. 2, this makes it so you're a better hunter and your equipment is on point for as good of a skill that you have to offer. That way you can put a clean and ethical shot on any animal. Doing this, if you're shooting at 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, and if you're like me, you have 15 arrows to cycle through, that's shooting 75 arrows. I don't recommend doing that in one day. I'm going to stop at 30 yards today because I've done a damn good bit of shooting. And your eye gets a little fuzzy, you start getting a little tired, and you wobble a little bit more. It's not good. So I'm going to take the good group tomorrow, and then I'm going to go through my 40, 50s, and 60s. And once I know my 40s and 50s and 60s are good, I'm going to go ahead and put my broadheads on them, and I'm going to set them aside and get them ready for hunting season, which can't come soon enough. Stay tuned, guys. We have a good bit of shed hunting coming up here in March. Really looking forward to that. I'm going to be going out with a couple of my buddies, and I'm also going to go out with Appalachia on the hunt. Please check out my Instagram. It's on Compound Compatriots. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now and throw me a like. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining me on Cook Goes Hunting. I hope this helps you out in bettering yourself and training to become a way better hunter. You guys have a great day. I look forward to seeing you next time.